when I was elected in 2015. And that was because I thought I was just popping in tonight. I didn't realise I was speaking. But I'm remembering I went to an event, an in-person event, if we can all cast our minds back to when we were able to see each other in person. It was in Parliament. And they said, just come along if you can. And I think it was the British Tamils Forum, but it might have been another organisation. However, I turned up to find that I was on the programme as the keynote speaker, and nobody had told me. So, yeah, I mean, it's not hard to find the words because I want to echo what everybody else has said. You know, David Lammy talked about the contribution that Tamils make to our society here, and it will be significant. I met somebody in Trincomalee in Sri Lanka, and I'm probably saying Trincomalee wrong. I'll say it the way no, if I got it right, oh, thank you. A Tamil man who told me that Tamils have the highest IQ of anybody. Now, I grew up thinking that was Scottish people, but let's just say we're sort of equal, and that means that the contribution will be hugely significant that the Tamil people make. I also want to echo what everybody has said, and it's so nice to have this cross-party grouping of people, as it always is whenever we're speaking in debates, because I think all of us speak in all of the debates about Sri Lanka, and that commitment to fighting for human rights and not giving up. And I can't believe it's 13 years since the end of the war, and the same family are still in charge. I mean, it's quite shocking. And I remember being there, and I lived there in 2008 for a number of months, and there were certain places you weren't allowed to go to. And I remember coming back to Scotland, and I became a member of the Scottish Parliament, and the war ended, and I was approached by a number of Tamil constituents, absolutely desperate to make contact with their family members who were in the IDP camps. And I remember returning to Sri Lanka, and I actually met Rajapaksa. And I said to him, oh, can I have a chat with you about, he'd invited people I was with to some reception. And I said, oh, could I just have a little chat with you? And he said, what would you like to talk about? And I said, I'd like to talk about the IDP camps, please. And he didn't want to talk to me after that. And he just swept me away. Anyway, it wasn't a pleasant experience. But as I say, it's so difficult to think that all these years later, there's still no reconciliation. There's none of the things that were promised have happened. Nobody's been tried for war crimes, and war crimes most certainly will have been committed, and there are still people missing. But I don't want to end on that. I want to end by wishing everybody a happy Thai Pongal, and just saying that when I was in Sri Lanka, absolutely everything was celebrated. It was fantastic. There were so many days I didn't have to go to work because we were out celebrating something. So it's just lovely to be here and lovely to celebrate. And what it is that Thai Pongal is actually celebrating, that is still a really positive thing to be looking at. But we can't not talk about the injustices. And just to give you my assurance that myself, on behalf of the SNP, we will always support your search for justice, and we'll always do everything that we can to help you get it. Thank you.